Welcome to PBS MediaShift's Digital Media Brief, brought to you by NextSpace and NextKids Co-working and Childcare in San Francisco. I'm Mark Glaser, Executive Editor at PBS MediaShift, with guests Dan Colarusso at Reuters, Bassey Etim at the New York Times, Talia Stroud at the Engaging News Project, and Dave Mosher at Popular Science. To kill comments or not to kill them, that's the question now, as many news organizations such as Popular Science, Recode, and even Reuters has eliminated comments on all or most stories, while outlets like the New York Times continue to allow them at certain times. Dan, why did Reuters shut down comments on news stories but keep them on blogs and on opinion stories?
Mostly to extend our influence into the social realms and make find the conversation where it was. And we really just wanted to mine that vein, which we hadn't successfully hit before.
Bassey, how did you decide which stories to allow comments on at the Times?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a kind of tough. It's a tough decision to make because a lot of it relies on the current mix of news we have. So generally, we try to balance these four factors, and that's first is the projected reader interest in the story. Next is the news value of the story. Then we ask whether we recently had comments on the issue and whether we can moderate the projected number of comments in a timely fashion. So, for example, one day, let's say we might have a Sarah Palin story that would get a great amount of comments, but if there are 3 or 4 really serious, gripping national issues that we feel like people want to comment on, we don't want to replace one for those 4. So, that's an example of the kind of decisions we have to make each day on the community team.
And Talia, what did your research find about comments and how to keep them civil?
Our research found that when you have a journalist engage in the comment section, you can see more civility among the commenters. And in addition, we tested different buttons that allow for interaction in the comment section, contrasting a like button with a respect button, and found that people were more likely to click respect on a comment that they disagreed with politically than they were to click like on the same comment.
And Dave, Aaron Pilhofer at The Guardian said it's a monumental mistake to kill comments, as news should be a conversation. Would you consider bringing them back at Popular Science?
Yeah, the decision we made to take comments off the site was primarily based on the fact that there were a pair of really compelling studies that came out and said, look, this can be bad for the interpretation of very well-founded science. It can be bad, and we would entertain the idea of bringing them back if we had appropriate resources and a plan to moderate that community and really train it up and start giving benefits back to everyone, including the scientists, the journalists, and others.
Well, thanks for joining us for the Digital Media Brief from PBS MediaShift, brought to you by NextSpace and NextKids. Learn more about their pioneering program combining co-working and childcare at nextspace.us/nextkids. We'll catch you next week.